Welcome to a realm where the pulse of sports thrills and the spark of technology sizzles. Join Ronald Unc Boleware, the passionate sports guru, and your charismatic host, Jay aka Jonathan Anderson. Together, they unpack the latest in sports and technology. Get ready, because it's noonish. Welcome to a realm where the pulse of sports thrills and the spark of technology sizzles. Join Ronald Unc Boleware, the passionate sports guru, and your charismatic host, Jay aka Jonathan Anderson. Together, they unpack the latest in sports and technology.
What's up, good people? Man, we are in a building today. Excited about this show. Thank y'all for joining us for another exciting, special episode of your favorite show on Wednesday around noon and my favorite show on Wednesday around noon. You know what it is. It is Noonish Sports and Tech. Yes, sir. So, yeah, if you didn't know, I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, here with my awesome co-host, Uncle. I call him Unc. Ron Boleware. What's going down, Unc?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just here on Noonish. Excited to be here, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to
get some F1 information from Cristiano.
Yeah, we ready. Well, we may as well slide on into it then, Unc. You super excited, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, hey, I got something for both of y'all. Before we get started on the F1, it was a pretty good weekend. A lot of fun things. Some of us had another trip around the world, you know what I'm talking about? And I thought it'd be a good time to, wish two of my favorite people a very happy birthday, Noonish style. So, Cristiano, you can't see this on the
I can.
screen.
I have it on Twitch. I can see.
Oh, okay, good.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and wish Cristiano, a.k.a. CY, a.k.a. Fantasy Football Champ, a.k.a. First Lady F1,
AKA Forbes Magazine.
the truest, the realest, and my Unc. The realest, the coldest, the OG Boleware right here. Just gotta wish y'all a happy birthday, man. Before we get this thing started, that's the least I could do, So if you're out there watching, man, please take this time to celebrate these awesome human beings with me right now. But with that being said, Cristiano, what's going down, girl? How you been?
Ooh, I've been good. I can't believe Unc and I didn't know we had the same exact birthday. We were doing pretty similar things, it sounds like. Hitting the club, taking a nap.
Just because the day passed, that don't mean the party have to.
Yeah, the party don't stop.
I don't make the rules. Unc makes the rules. So yeah, it's birthday month. Unc, how are we feeling? How old are you now? 25, 26?
Yeah, I ain't gonna divulge on we'll talk about that off air, see why. But I've been around a long time.
You've seen a couple things, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and most of this stuff I saw 2 or 3 times, Cristiano. No, for real. Seriously.
Like I'm tired.
Yeah.
You're tired. I'm tired of. Yeah. I don't know if I can make it longer. I'm exhausted. It's been crazy. But you know what's really fun? Sports. Sports never gets old to talk about. You've seen a lot of sports over the years, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, but none like this, and no reports, no F1 reports like this. This is the first.
Oh yeah, this is the first. First slate of F1 that has ever relayed the information directly to me.
Yeah. Keeping up on game, but what you got for us, CY? What's going down, girl?
Woo! Well, we had a little bit of a break, and look, remember when we talked to the first episode? This is the longest season in F1 history. Like this goes through November. It's the longest F1 season in the history of the sport. We're halfway through. Doesn't it feel like we've been talking about F1 for months now? Like we're only halfway through. We've got 12 races down, 12 to go, and we've already seen 6 different winners, which is kind of a record. So there are a lot of things happening. I'm excited. The Formula One Grand Prix in Hungary is this weekend, and then they'll head into the Belgian Grand Prix the following weekend, and then they take about a month off. So a lot of activity is going to happen the next 2 weeks, and then they get a little bit of a break. So I can't wait to come back from the break and talk about it, but we've got a lot coming up at this upcoming race. It's at the Hungaroring.
Yeah.
And it's an older track. It was first run in 1986. Who's ready for a fun fact? Who's ready for an F1 fun fact? Raise your paws.
No,
First we should.
Hey, I'm gonna raise
I'll
both
raise my
hands.
Raise both hands. Raise a paw.
Yes, I got you.
Fun fact, the first winner at the Hungarian ring, where they're racing this weekend, was Nelson Piquet, who happens to be the father of Max Verstappen's girlfriend.
Wow.
So Max Verstappen's girlfriend, Kelly Piquet, there's a lot of drama there. I don't know if you guys know about the drama.
Don't know the drama. You can fill me in though.
Okay, really briefly, if you want some scoop, you want the tea, the F1 tea.
I want the tea, girl. Let me get my sip on while we getting there.
Nelson Piquet's daughter is Kelly Piquet. Kelly Piquet had a baby with another F1 driver who got axed from Red Bull and replaced by Max Verstappen. But now they've been together for years. So they always joke that like he came in and stole her away. He's won champion. Can you imagine watching your baby mama watch
with the new
guy winning all the championships?
Ooh, in your spot. You know,
right in your face.
Who was the previous driver?
Oh my God, his name is totally escaping me, and it's gonna kill me. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Is it that Ricardo guy?
No. Oh my God, it's totally Kelly Piquet, baby daddy. No, let me tell you, I'm totally spacing on it.
Yeah, it's all good.
No, it's Danny Kvyat.
Okay.
He raced for years, and he got dropped ultimately. He didn't do super well. I think he's actually doing a little bit of NASCAR stuff. I don't know what he's up to these days, but anyway, they had a baby together. Dumps him. She goes to date Max Verstappen. I just really think that's like really interesting because like I don't know. So anyway, Max.
That's almost like what do they call it back in the day when your dad and your mother like they already know the arranged marriage type of situation. That's what I'm talking about. That's like a arranged relationship.
Yeah, that was Nelson Piquet setting them up so that he could win some championships. Yeah. No, I always thought that was really interesting. So when people are like, oh, you know, why don't you love Max? I'm like, look, Max literally dates like racing royalty. Like he comes from his own family. Like he's set up for success. That's why I love to root on the guys who haven't had that same type of exposure, like Lewis. Like that's why I love his story. But anyway, Nelson Piquet won the first race that ever happened at the Hungarian Grand Prix all the way back in 1986. So anyway, some interesting history there. I think that a lot of people are asking themselves, can Lewis win again? Like, is he... Okay, so George won the race right before Lewis. Lewis wins Silverstone. Do we have a chance to come back and win? Each of them, both George and Lewis, have some success at this particular track, but that was years ago. So I don't know how the cars have changed. I don't know what to expect. I want to secretly be like, yeah, hell yeah, we're going to get another podium. I suspect we'll get at least one Mercedes driver on the podium, but I expect to see Verstappen and maybe someone from McLaren also on the podium. So I'm not sure. I'm excited about it, but we'll see.
I have a question,
yes,
Cristiano. With Lewis's recent success in Mercedes seemingly getting back on the radar in F1 from the struggles that he previously had with the the new rules with the ground effects or whatever that were changed.
Yep.
And now Mercedes is kind of like I feel like they're kind of figuring things out, and Ferrari is seemingly having some issues recently, right?
Yep.
What are the chances of Lewis Hamilton did he jump the gun with that announcement, and what's the chances of him repealing that and going back with Mercedes?
I love that question. I actually was thinking a lot about that. You were reading my mind. I was literally thinking like, do you think any part of Lewis is like, oh, what have I done? Yeah. But I don't think so. I think his style is to fully commit to whatever decision he's made, and he really doesn't back off of those, opinions that he has or his takes on things, and he stands firm on them. So I think both legally, but also, for Lewis, I don't think he'll back out of it. I don't really even think he can. And I also think it would kind of just be a bad look and leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, just backing off of a promise. I don't even think contractually they're allowed to do that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time in NCAA. Kids commit to schools all the time and go back and sign with another school. So true. I mean, I don't see the difference here. It wasn't a contractual agreement, was it?
Yeah, I think that there's probably, I mean, it's natural, right? I think you'd be like, ooh, I don't know. But he knows something. He's always ahead. He's always 2 steps ahead of everyone else. Yep. So he knows something. Maybe there's something coming up with Ferrari. We'll see more of that obviously next season. I don't know. I think Mercedes took a while to figure it out for him. And I think maybe this is a welcome change. Now, if Ferrari hadn't won a single race in the last 2 years, I would be a little nervous, right? Like if they had not had a competitive car at all, I think it would be a really different story. But luckily luckily Charles and Carlos have won a race. And I would be really nervous if they had not really been able to make up points. I think a lot of the reasons that they have not done as well is a little bit less about the car, and it's a little bit more about some really strategic decisions from the pit. And that's where you're going to see Lewis Hamilton's like maturity and wisdom over all of the years really showcased, right? Like it's like taking a veteran, QB and putting him in a fresh young team. Like the team looks to those people for their guidance, their wisdom, their experience. And it's not just
don't get hurt on the first play of the first game, Aaron Rodgers.
Don't tear your ACL. Or I don't remember what did he. I don't remember what he did, but it was rough.
That Achilles went out of there.
Achilles. Oh Lord.
Achilles.
Ooh, I can hear it in my head. Ooh. Let's try not to mess it up, Lewis. But I think again, like that's where his maturity is going to show. And honestly, the Silverstone race he won, not necessarily because he had the most competitive car on track. I think he won because he's smart and he's mature enough to say, hey, I'm gonna stay out, it's too soon to come in. Or a lot of the decisions that helped him win showcase why he's the dominant driver, or why he was for so many years. And it just, I don't know, he just flexes his skills and his maturity in those ways. So I don't know, I think he's I don't know. He's going to shake it up. I'm excited. I am excited to see who's going to fill that Mercedes spot. There's some, buzz that maybe Carlos will actually do a little switcheroo and Carlos Sainz will go there. He doesn't have a home for next season, which is kind of crazy. But he's playing the slow game. He's trying to figure out where to go and probably waiting for the right amount of money and the right amount of support.
Yep. He can do that. When you got a face like that and, you're known. And
when you have a hairdo like that, you can do anything you want. That's what I heard.
Like this. No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. No, I can read your mind, girl. I know what you're thinking. I think Avant said that in one of his songs back in the day. But I'm not gonna serenade with you with it right now.
You should.
I can read your mind. That's enough, right?
You're pretty good. You're pretty good. But, I don't know if this podcast doesn't work out for you. You've got a future.
No, I got stage fright. That ain't gonna work out.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm gonna keep him straight. He got a bright future, but that's not part of it.
I appreciate the honesty. We need that. You can't have yes men all around us on the team.
Unc's here to humble us, per usual.
So I heard the Hungarian GP is also the first official F1 race that was performed behind the steel curtain back in the day.
Yeah,
right?
It's got a lot of political history behind it, which is pretty interesting. So one thing I love, Unc, write down your notes. For the race this weekend, they do a lot of pre-race content. So I think you should tune in on YouTube ahead of the race, learn some facts, learn some things about the track.
Okay. Get ready for this race coming up.
Yeah, and then the race on Sunday will be good to go. No, they do. I really love that. I will say, one thing F1 does really well is storytelling. So I love, if I'm not super familiar with the history of a track or how the cars have done in the past, I love to tune into their content. They also release a lot of historical races online. So that's something I like to do and have up when I'm working, is just listening to old races and just hear how things have really changed. But I'm excited about this one. And then they'll head to Spa, and then about a 3.5, I think about a month-long break. So
a month-long break. That means they're going to be going back to back to back to back for probably the rest of the year.
They're going to go ham for a little bit. It's going to be a lot of back-to-back. So I think it's going to put some pressure. I think they'll have time to make some upgrades. The headquarters and the factories are going to be thinking about the cars a lot. They'll have the drivers will have time to decompress and chill a little bit, but jump back in. So I don't know. We'll see how they come back. It's kind of like the All-Star break.
Yeah. Speaking of the All-Star break, hold on. We have one more before we jump to the All-Star break. Got a little NASCAR. Your boy Blaney got that win last week in Pocono, right?
My boy Blaney. He made it back into first place. Now, he had an interesting week. He was at the ESPYs standing next to Lindsey Vonn and Keenan Allen, which was hysterical to see because my guy is little. But he was so tiny. He walked out there, I'm like, damn, how big is Keenan? And then I was like, wait, how big is Lindsey? And then I was like, Lindsey's she's pretty tall, but my boy Blaney, he's a little guy.
That's the real question. How little is Ryan Blaney? Yeah.
He I looked into this because I was like, how tall is that guy? I think he's 5'7". Oh my God. Ooh. 5'7" or 5'8". So not far off of me, which makes me feel like maybe NASCAR's in my future one day.
And they probably gave him a couple inches on that too.
Yeah, he more
5'5", 5'6".
Yeah, he looked 5'6" to me.
Shoes.
And
I saw that. I was like, who's that little guy?
Yeah, he got those 2-inch insoles in his Air Force Ones, you know, in his racing shoes.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. I don't know if you guys watched the ESPYs or if you guys talked about it, but it was a kind of fun show to watch. I haven't watched the full show in so long. But man, it was like a lot of laughs, a lot of like, how many more years do I have to cry over Steve Gleason being inspired? Like that whole thing. Oh God.
Yeah.
But really great show. I loved watching it.
But let's talk about something else. Let's switch it up. We don't typically first lady F1. She's more than F1. You know, we don't want to overwhelm her with too many topics to talk about. So F1 is a space that we know she can go ham in. But you know what? Like I said, she won the fantasy football league, so she knows a little bit about that pigskin. But now we're about to dive into my world. You know, that MLB Allstar game. Right, that it was it's been a heck of a week. It was a great game last night. You know, you had quite a bit going on yourself, Christiana. You know, some panel opportunities and interviews, and let's talk about it. What's up?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, so a couple years ago, the decision was released that the All-Star game would come back to Arlington. It's been since I think 1996 was the last time
we had a new stadium.
It was the old stadium. Which was new, which was old.
That still feels kind of new.
It could still be new. It still looks great. I don't know. I drove by the other day and I was like, damn, what are we doing? There's so many things happening right there. So much history there.
Yeah, the old stadium. I love those.
But you know what? No business come July, August, September. It's hot as fire out there. And you sitting on that third base side, you getting nothing but sun. You might catch a little... If you're under the first level pavilion, you might catch a little shade up under there and be decent. But everybody else, wear your bathing suits, people, and bring some suntan lotion.
I don't miss those Sunday day games where it was just roasting outside. I don't miss those. But the decision to come back to Arlington was a big one. I've gone to a couple of events talking about the kind of economic impact of something like this for the city. And what I wanted to do is not just talk about the money that it brings. I really think that it's a cool opportunity to focus on Texas culture and all the incredible things happening in Dallas specifically around sports, around business, around tech, and how sports culture is really this incredible presence that we have here in town, and then the impact on a larger scale. So I hosted a panel on Sunday night on Unc's birthday. I hosted an event in classic CY fashion, and I had some incredible panelists on stage, and that was really the form of the conversation was, let's talk about bigger than just the dollars. Let's talk about the impact of baseball on the world and culture as a whole, the impact on fashion. We had a guy who's the marketing director from Hat Club, and I learned so much about like just the history of hats, how people actually are picking hats for the fashion, not just for the team they like. Like, in fact, their audience is like picking things and designs they like most. And then they're like, well, if it's the team I like, great, that's a bonus. But they actually are picking it more from the fashion and the colors. And that was really interesting.
I have on a Cubs jersey today because, you know, they were true to me and I'm true to them, right? Yeah. They drafted me when I was a kid. So that's who I rock with, right? So I'm not really a fan of any team, but I have all the merchandise, all the throwbacks, right? And so I get it, you know, and I look for new colors, new styles, like, that's. Do
you guys know the history behind the red Yankees hat that Spike Lee wore? That was something I learned on the panel was many decades ago. Spike Lee had a jacket that he wanted to wear out, and it was a red jacket. He wanted to wear a Yankees hat, but they didn't have red Yankees hat. So he had to make some calls. Like literally, I think a call goes from New Era up to the owner of the Yankees and like, hey, Spike wants a red Yankees hat. And it was one of the first times you saw customizations across color for a team. So they went against their kind of traditional blue and they offered up more colors. And so you see that a lot with Dodgers hats and Yankees hats. It's kind of like a staple for fashion, and it's not so much always about the team. And that was really interesting. Like we talked a lot about the history of the silhouette of like the 5950s that are really popular. Exactly what you were talking about, the retro and like vintage stuff that's coming back.
I'm always in the 5950s. You should see my closet, my house. I have so many 5950s. In college, I had my wall. I just put pins on the walls and I stuck all my 5950s on the wall. Right. And it's just like the pinwheel styles. Like when it comes to the hat game, and Jay-Z was very instrumental as well in the early 2000s with the Yankee fitted, right? Everybody wanted the Yankee fitted. I know Diddy's not a very popular subject to talk about right now, but he was one of those guys in the hip hop space that was wearing those pinwheel caps, and everybody was wanting to wear the different styles. But can I say something about this All-Star game? And what just drives me crazy about Texas and how we do things. First of all, the national anthem on the home run derby was atrocious. That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Who did?
The young lady's name, it frees me right now.
Ingrid Andress.
Ingrid Andress, and she said she was drunk, but you got to be drunk, high, and kicked in the throat to sound like that. It was bad. Like, she sounded horrible. Didn't know justice whatsoever. And second of all, I know it's Texas, but Dallas is one of the newest, DFW is one of the newest cities in America when we're talking about infrastructure. Can we please get off the cowboy stuff? I'd rather go towards the digital wave that we're doing here in the area, right? Yep. Like, as far as technology is concerned, this is a hub for technology because we got more ping rate, more bandwidth than anywhere else in the world. So that drives a lot of tech folks here in Dallas, and we have so many tech companies moving here. Why do we gotta have socks that look like cowboy boots? I'm just wondering, like, let's get past that already. It bothers me.
And then who does that? I mean, I'm just saying that, they always, I was seeing something the other day, and they was talking about Texas, and they showed these steers, and I'm like,
that ain't Texas, bro.
I live in Dallas, man. I go to Houston, I go to Galveston, go to San Antonio, El Paso. I don't see those things.
That's
man.
more Kansas than Dallas, Texas.
Well, so I asked, and I learned about this because I asked the same thing, like, how do we avoid like the belt buckles and the horses and the hay everywhere? Like, I went to the Winter Classic January of 2020, and first of all, an outdoor hockey game in January, and it was like 55 degrees. It was like not cold enough for a hockey game. Yeah. And they really went so far into like the Texas stereotypes that I kind of was like, this isn't real. I mean, like, it was at Fair Park, but I was like, this is so not me. This is so not
the people here at all. And I'm tired of it. You know?
I think it was more for the spectacle. And like, ultimately though, this is what I learned. And I had no idea about this. The Rangers actually don't make money from doing this and hosting this. Like, the team itself doesn't really actually financially benefit directly from the All-Star game. They do for the visibility and like
economic impact and all that good stuff.
They do, but ultimately the decision is made by the MLB on the theme and the look and the feel. And I bet my guess would be that the MLB was like, yeah, let's lean a little further into the Western culture because it's easy to brand. It's kind of low risk, but I totally agree with you. We're like very high tech here. There's a lot of great infrastructure and new things to talk about. But I just think it's hard. It's so hard from a marketing view to like avoid some of the things because they're low risk. Like, no one's offended necessarily by these things. And I think that, I don't know, years ago, these decisions are made. Like, I didn't realize how far in advance they plan these things. So I think they have to pick something that's like semi neutral so that if anything comes up over the course of the year while they're, years while they're working on it, that it's kind of a safer bet. But
well,
I know people like
pretty neutral. Grandmas are using the iPhone and the iPad, you know what I mean? So, hey, let's go ahead and dive into that. Let's get away from the shit kicking, man.
Controversial about a Longhorn steer. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm just like,
I mean,
I'm done with it.
They try to stay. I understand the concept because it's very normalized and it's down the middle. It's not going either way.
I'm tired of the world looking at us like country bumpkins, man.
I mean, but then it does have Alabama. An effect on people in other places because it's actually people in other places to this day think that me and you have on a pair of cowboy boots right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never owned a pair of cowboy boots and never will.
This would be a bad time to tell you guys that I have my cowboy boots on right now. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Were they made for walking?
No, they were. I'm definitely not wearing them, but no, I totally hear it. That's why this panel was so important to me. It was talking about things again, like kind of bigger than the game. It's like, how do we take real culture and pull it through sports? Sports is something that brings everyone together. I mean, we saw this during COVID, like games went on. I felt like I watched more games during quarantine because I could and I had time to, and it was something that was comfortable to me, and I felt like safe watching it from home. And I think that the impact is really interesting. One of the girls that was on the panel, don't know if you guys know her, but you definitely should if you're listening. Her name's AJ Andrews. She played at LSU, played softball, and then went pro playing softball. And what was really cool about her is that she won a Gold Glove Award in 2016. She was the first female ever to win. And the award had been given out over 300 times prior to that. And she was the first female ever. And I'm like, how? Like, there's incredible, we talk about female athletes and female sports, and I love that you guys shed light on women's sports on this show. But I could not even believe, like, she's an all-around badass. Her Instagram bio says Beyonce. Oh, yeah. She's so great. Her thing says Beyonce of softball. And I was like, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Like, she's just all around super cool. But you guys should take a look at her. She's doing really incredible things from player storytelling to, highlighting causes she cares about, impacting the community, and like doing more for MLB. I think historically, if you look at the progressiveness of these leagues, like the MLB is kind of a little further behind than what maybe the NBA or the NFL is in terms of really tapping into their fans and culture. So I really love her take on kind of bringing baseball into the 21st century. Really, advocating for the diversity piece and again tapping into culture of the true fan, and not just the Texas, cowboy thing. She was just on a grander scale. She's doing some really cool work. So you guys have to check her out. AJ Andrews. She was awesome to follow.
For sure. And I know you don't have much time left, Christiana, but I do want to say I went out to the MLB festival, the All-Star Festival out there. Yeah. And it was great outside. Had a lot of fun with the, baseball activities. But when I went to the esports arena, I really had a lot of fun. They had, and speaking of culture, they had an MLB culture exhibit. And that was amazing for me to see. Yeah. And, ton of, just video games being played. It was a great environment out there. And they did a really good job with that, just making sure everybody was engaged and felt, welcome and had something to do. Everybody could find something to do out at that festival, and it was awesome. But I know you got to run. I don't want to make you panic anymore, but thank you so much, CY. You are amazing.
I'm not panicked. I'm happy. Actually, this is the most calm I am all week. So happy to see you guys. Unc, love you. Happy birthday. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully have some cool things to talk about.
Yep.
Ditto.
Bye, guys.
You have a great week. We'll see you, girl. Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is. That's CY, man. The coldest first lady of F1 in the land. Like, she come with it.
She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, and it's more than F1, as we mentioned already. She knows her stuff about all the games.
Sports.
All the sports, man. But definitely just happy to have her on, man, on the team and pushing through and doing things and moving and shaking with us. But we got to keep this party rolling, baby. I think Jay's going to join us a little bit later for the tech talk. But until then, we got a lot of topics to get into, man. And starting with some unfortunate news, a couple different sports. Hate it. That it seems like every week we're talking about something new, someone new that has been with us and that's affected us and performed in sports. And this week it is starting with Jacoby Jones, man. Like, we talking about a special teams freak. This dude was running back kickoffs in the Super Bowl. Running back kickoffs all year long, man, and had some of the coldest celebrations. I'm gonna get up and try one. I ain't gonna do it right, but when he used to score that touchdown and be like, and whatever you're doing, throw that thing off, man. Like, the dude was just pure entertainment, man. He was the first to run back 109-yard kickoff return in the Super Bowl, and unfortunately, man, if there's any way to go, I guess this would be the way to choose. He passed away in his sleep, man.
Young man was just 40 years old, right?
Yeah, he just turned 40 on July 11th.
Yeah.
So we're talking last Thursday was his birthday, Thursday. And he passed away on Sunday?
Yeah.
That we got the horrible news of his passing, and man, Jacoby, and heart goes out to the family. But man, you were great, bro, and it's just gone too soon and sucks, man. Like, hate to see it, man. We got MC will be joining us throughout the year, and I know he's gonna want to speak on Jacoby as well. next time he comes on the show. Probably next week or the week after. But yeah, man, that dude was cold. Huh?
Oh yeah, he was a very good return guy. And,
yeah.
No man, it's just sad to see a young man. I don't know if he had wife, kids. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
But it's just sad to see a young man like that die.
Yeah, it is.
So early, you know. But
yep. But rest in peace, man.
All we said, just rest in peace.
Prayers to your family, man. Prayers to your family. And then yesterday, you know, we got the sudden news, and man, it seems like every time Kobe comes right back, right back up. But Kobe's father, Joe Jelly Bean Bryant, passed away yesterday. And I didn't have the privilege to watch him play, but I did have the privilege to watch the amazing son that he raised play. And everybody admires Kobe, but Unc, I know you have a little more knowledge on Joe than I do.
Well, you know, Jelly Bean Bryant was more of a, and if anybody know, I don't know why people always think that jelly beans can jump. Yeah, but that's what jelly bean means. He has
a jumper.
Yeah, you know, because back in the day they said, "Oh, look at that boy jumping like a jelly bean." I don't know how.
Well, I know the Mexican jumping beans.
No, jelly bean.
I don't know about the jelly bean.
No. I mean, well, maybe they got them confused. Yeah. But anyway, that's what the jelly bean means. Yeah. Because at first, you know, back in the day, when he was real young, they called him jumping jelly.
He could jump? He was what, 6'10", 6'11"?
Yeah.
They could jump?
Yeah.
What we talking, like 40 inches, 35?
I mean, you know.
38?
Yeah.
I mean, that's getting up there for a man of that stature.
But it was a lot of guys could jump back then, in the day. You know, they tried to play like they couldn't, but they could. But anyway, Joe Bryant was more of a rebounding defensive goal rim protector.
Like Dennis Rodman type, but bigger.
Yeah, a little bit bigger, but not all the antics. Yeah. But that's what he was known for. He wasn't no go-to guy so far as offense or anything like that, but he was gonna get you some rebounds. He was gonna play good, solid defense. And if you came to that rim, he would pin it against the glass or send it back out.
He had to know something about scoring with the young man that he raised that was the prolific scorer that he grew up to be.
Thing. You know, he on the lower level, everybody was a scorer. Yeah. And people just become not scorers in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know, so he knew how to score. Yeah. He wasn't the NBA scorer. Yeah. And then his team, then the game was more geared to, this is what we need. If you can't give us what we need, you can't be on the team. It wasn't none of this, you too talented and all that stuff. But Joe Bryant, man, he was a good guy. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody had to do the research, but I think Joe Bryant was on the 1977 Philadelphia 76ers that lost to the championship to Portland Trailblazers.
Okay, and who were his teammates on that squad?
Dr. J, he was on there with Darryl Dawkins and Caldwell Jones and Dr. J, George McGinnis, and I think Maurice Cheeks might have been on that team.
And that was Bill Walton's Trailblazer team?
No, that they played against.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that he played against in the finals.
Yeah. And on Bill Walton had Maurice Lucas, Billy Poltz, Dave Twarsik. You know, he had some guys on there, Yeah. But Jelly Bean was more of a defensive rebounding type of a guy. Yeah. And then how Kobe learned all those foreign languages is that Joe Bryant was one of the first guys that went overseas and played 10, 12 years.
Oh, see, I didn't realize he was one of the first to do it.
Well, I ain't not saying one of the first, but it wasn't as, it was, you know, it was some guys that if you didn't make it in the NBA, you still pretty had some tread on the tires. Yeah. You could go over Europe.
When did the European leagues really start popping off? Was it 70s, like 60s? Like how long have they had European League basketball for, quite some time now?
Yeah, because that was in the 70s.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out why was the Dream Team so far ahead of everybody? Because I thought the way the Dream Team was killing cats, seemed like other nations had just started playing basketball maybe like 10, 15 years prior.
Well, they didn't. It might have went. I don't know. We'll have to look it up. But they were doing it. They were going to Europe in the 70s. Yeah. Because Michael Ray Richards and Jelly Bean Bryant, it wasn't a lot of guys. Mm-hmm. You know, like now, if you don't make it in the NBA, you can go to Egypt and play. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't like that. Yeah.
They go, man. They got Qatar, they got Puerto Rico.
No.
They got 15 leagues out there.
You
I
can
heard
go to China and play now.
Hey, remember you said who'd you say Bronny was better than?
Patrick Beverly.
Pat Bev. They said Pat Bev just signed a contract in Tel Aviv.
Israel. Yeah. So they got, it was more teams in Italy, Germany. It was Europe. That's it.
Yeah.
But now they got teams in China, Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, maybe absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, they got leagues everywhere now.
Yeah.
But it was more just Europe.
Man, and so much love and respect, man. Kobe loved his pops, and it showed. It's unfortunate that all the drama between Kobe's widowed wife Vanessa and the family has ensued. They were mentioning that Joe and them were trying to sell one of Kobe's championships rings recently.
I think they sold one about 3 or 4 months ago. So
and that's just crazy to me that they would even be in that situation, in that predicament, man. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But man, rest in peace, Joe Bryant, Jelly Bean. Man, you get to kick it with your baby boy now, man, and.
I know that's the only child.
Rough, man.
I think Kobe's the only child.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That's rough.
But I think he's the only child.
That's rough. But
yeah,
we got to pick this tone up a little bit, man.
Because we got to get off this drive.
Yeah, those are two tough situations that have occurred that nobody expected. But last weekend it was a very good weekend for boxing. I don't know if y'all had the opportunity to watch young Boots, Jaron Boots Ellis go in. But he absolutely beat the brakes off of David Evanesian.
Yeah.
And this David Evanesian guy, he's the guy that Terrence Crawford fought prior to beating the brakes off of Earl Spence.
Yeah, well, I'm ready for Boots to take off. I mean, because who else Boots got left?
Hey, I mean, it's plenty of guys he can fight now. I mean, it's a lot of people still say he should go through Earl first. It's a lot of people that they want to see Boots fight quite a few more people.
He can fight somebody else, but Earl ain't one of them that I want to see.
Yeah, man, I want to see Earl, man. We talking about one loss. It was an ugly loss.
Man, it was so ugly.
It was horrible.
I want Earl. I'm gonna say it like this: Earl looks so bad. Earl needs to kind of go handpick a guy he know he can beat up to get the confidence of himself and his fans back.
Yeah.
Because right now, Earl, it wasn't just a loss. It was like
a beatdown.
Yeah, sometimes a loss like that is a career-ending loss, and that's. I have seen those things before.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm just so. And I'm serious about this. I don't want Earl to get hurt, man.
That look like a pro-am fight.
Yeah, that looks like that. If he go out there and he repeat that, he could get hurt. He could be punch drunk. He could be at an early age. I'm just saying, 'cause that was a ugly. And the way Earl was looking and talking, his speech was dragging and slurred. I was like, come on, Earl. I'm genuinely concerned for Earl.
Yeah.
Now, I do want, if he going to fight, I will fight somebody. I don't think it should be Boots.
And I will say
it like this.
I think Earl has dispelled a lot of the rumors about his health and his speech slurred, because he's had several interviews since, and he's clear-minded. I honestly think it's there was a substance in Earl that had him a little lethargic and not himself that evening, and some other things that took place. He said he had a broken rib going into the fight from sparring, and he had to have eye surgery and all this other stuff after the fight. So excuses, but at the end of the day, when it comes to sports, the only thing that matters is the results. Right, because nobody's gonna remember, like you say.
Yeah, you got the brakes beat off of you.
Yeah, it was bad. It wasn't a good look. But Boots is a very exciting young fighter right now, and
I want to see Boots fight somebody good.
I do too. And what he did to David Evanesian, which it was a good fighter, right? You go back and look at the numbers, and they talk about Boots got hit a lot. Well, when David Evanesian fought Terrence Crawford got hit a lot. But he's the kind of guy. David Evanesian has a very tight defense. He has very good defense, and it's hard to get through. So unlike Shakur, if that was Shakur fighting David, it would have been the most boring fight ever, because he wouldn't have put himself in harm's way, right, to get hit in order to get the shot that he wanted.
Absolutely,
But Boots opened him up and realized, okay, I can take his power. So I realized I'm gonna have to get hit in order to deliver the knockout blow I want to give him, and that's what he did when he knocked him down.
I know you can't go by this, because styles makes fights. Yeah. But I'm going to say, Boots looked better against Evanesian than Terrence Crawford did.
I thought so as well. And he got him out of there quicker.
Faster, yeah. So, but you can't go by that.
Yeah, so Terrence knocked him out in the 6th round. You can't go by this, right? But he knocked him out in the 6th round. Fight over. and Boots made him quit after the 5th. He wouldn't come back out. Why is this? Come to find out, he's got a broken rib, and they say he had a broken jaw.
And during the fight, I'm not trying to brag on him, but I kept saying, he digging in that body.
Digging.
And I said, he going to make him bring his... He never made him bring his guards down, but he made him come down. And then now when you come down, you're a closer target.
You in range, and he was coming right around. He was coming right around his guard. He was coming under his guard, and as you see on the photo that's illustrated on the picture here, he was killing that body. That might have been the shot that broke his ribs right there, because that's pretty square right there, boy.
That's a pretty good shot.
And Boots ain't no little chump, we welterweight. He coming with a little pop behind those blows. So, man, that was a very exciting fight to watch. Unlike the fight, the week prior.
It was a good fight.
Oh, yeah. And then also, I wanted to mention Miss Skye Nicholson, man. She put on a heck of a performance against old Diana Vargas.
She did.
Looked like Diana Vargas was outmatched. Like, she shouldn't have... She shouldn't have been in there.
She shouldn't have been. Yeah. She got beat up pretty bad. I mean, it wasn't, it wasn't devastating or anything. I mean, but she took it to the body and to the head.
Yeah.
Even though it did go the distance, she took it to the body and the head.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think it's awesome. When you got a pretty face that can throw them hands.
Oh yeah.
As long as you ain't got to go to bed with it at night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch a pretty girl just switch kick and throw them hands.
Then all I can say, and now when y'all go out together, she ain't got to worry about you, and you ain't got to worry about her.
Yeah.
Now, I said I wouldn't let my wife out. Now she was my wife. I'll be like, take care of her, baby.
Yeah, go and handle that. Go on. But she's trained and ready for that moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
so that moment is not going to ever come.
Yeah, so if y'all get a chance, man, next time, be on the lookout for Skye Nicholson. She is a very exciting female boxer. And we kind of talked about what we thought about female boxing. Not really fans of it, but if they going to do it, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
I said just the concept of it I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The concept of it is a little foreign.
Strange.
CY asked me my age. I got to, I need you to direct CY and tell him my age.
Yeah, I got you.
But I'm not saying my age. I was just playing with her. And next time she's on there, I'm going to say it on there.
Yeah.
Because it ain't.
Ain't nothing but a number to us, huh?
Hey, the only thing get old.
That's a blessing, baby.
The only thing get old is clothes and money. I keep old money, throw old clothes away.
Yeah. You ain't trying to keep them bell bottoms till they come back around in 5 years?
No, when they come back, I just had to buy me some more.
Yeah, straight up, man. Straight up. But fights coming up this weekend to look forward to, right? We have the real fight, right? And I don't no disrespect, but the real fight is Mr. Nakatani, man. This dude here, Junto Nakatani, I thought I saw him kill a man last time he fought.
Oh, yeah.
He strategically beat up a man for 11 rounds without knocking him out. He beat him up just enough so he can keep coming back.
So he keep coming back for the next round.
And in the first minute of 12, boom, I thought that man died that day. It was my guy in Australia. I can't think of his name. He's got a brother out there, too. I think he's got a twin brother
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, but I can't call it that.
He was a contender until he almost died that day. Nakatani, that boy, his head looked like it should have gone through the mat. I felt like his soul definitely went through the mat and kept going down. You know what I'm saying? Because Nakatani knocked a fire at that man in that knockout.
And it looks
Maroney is his name. Yeah, Maroney.
And everybody said, "Oh, he looks like he died," but in actuality, once before, Boom Boom Mancini.
Yeah.
Boom Boom Mancini.
Yep.
Fought Dooku Kim. And 3 hours after the fight, I ain't going to say 3. Don't quote on the hours, but Dooku Kim died that same day after the fight.
And Boom Boom was never the same.
And it was real ugly because he kept getting up. He just taking punches, wouldn't fall. And Boom Boom just Ray Mancini.
Well, see, that's your corner's fault right there. Your corner got to know, look, man, I'm not going to let my guy die today.
Yeah.
A human being can only take so much punishment, man.
So when you actually see that, and I'm saying seriously, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want girl to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. But I love me.
Don't nobody love a good fight better than me.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to get hurt, man.
Yeah, I don't either. But I don't feel that was Earl.
I mean,
all the fights prior to that was Earl. That fight was not Earl.
Yeah.
Everybody could see it. I could see it in the locker room prior to the fight. He wasn't himself. He was lethargic, sitting there, just like, mute. Well, Bernie Mac, you mute, you dumb, mother. Yeah, Bernie Mac, ain't that what he say? You dumb,
dumb, motherfucker.
Like, come on, bro. Like, he was just sitting there. And typically, you see Earl, and that bouncing around, talking, throwing his jabs, shadow boxing, whatever, getting his raps and just, ready to fight. And he was never there, man. And I could tell. I was like, man, that boy ain't one of them Holyfield ears. He did something. It ain't right, all right.
I would say the way Earl looked, just to me, in my experience in life, it was more than Holyfield.
Yeah, it was bad.
It
wasn't good. It wasn't good. But like I said, since that fight, since people have been saying things about his health, man, like he's.
Well, I hadn't really saw
he's perfectly
that
fine.
much, so maybe I need to go look at some of his interviews.
Yeah. Like he's good, man. Mentally, now it's just a matter of where he's gonna. I hope to God he goes back to Derek, man, because Roy Jones Jr. ain't gonna teach you nothing, bro. As we talked about it, as y'all saw, I don't know if y'all saw the shorts. But Roy Jones Jr. was one of probably the greatest athlete to ever box, right? And that natural athleticism came out when Roy Jones Jr. was the man. Yeah. But once he didn't have that athleticism, he couldn't.
He didn't have the skill.
That boy was losing to everybody.
I'm gonna tell you like this: I'll take skills over athleticism in boxing.
Yeah,
all day, every day.
And that Bernard Hopkins is was the skilled one who fought till he was 50, beating up 30-year-olds. You
don't have to be a great athlete to be a great boxer.
No, you got to be a skilled boxer. That's a skilled sport.
Because running and jumping. I mean, the things that make you a good athlete don't even translate in boxing.
You go play football.
I don't care how quick you are, how fast your 40 time is, your vertical leap and all that. None of that. Your fast twitch muscles and none of that.
It helps. It helps if you have it along with the skill and the technique. But alone, you ain't going to get nowhere but knocked smooth out.
Thank you.
And especially if it starts dwindling.
Yeah.
And they ain't coming out as quick as you think they are. We talked about that body earlier, how that age brings a little bit of brings some brakes to the system, right?
Oh yeah,
start slowing you down a little bit. But also, I gotta mention this, man. And I wish Mike Tyson was all right, man, because this would have been a huge weekend for Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, boy. Like perfect weekend.
Now Jake Paul is fighting some guy
Mike Perry.
Mike Perry is 0-1. His boxing record is 0-1.
Mike Perry, who? So he's a bare knuckle boxer, right? From what I understand.
But
champion bare knuckle boxer. But his boxing
with gloves on
is 0-1. Yeah, and he's substantially smaller than Jake Paul.
And if Jake beat him, I know somebody who said before. I keep saying Jake Paul can't fight. Because he can fight. Why are you fighting 0-1 guy? That's in bare knuckle. Go. You know what? I would even feel better. You go find some true middleweight or cruiserweight, 180, 200 pounds. He could be 0-1, but he's been boxing. He done boxed in the Golden Gloves and stuff. Fight him.
Yeah.
Don't go get somebody another. A bare knuckle boxer is not a boxer.
Oh, he had a fight with a boxer, but canceled it. I wonder why. Injury, nope.
And I'm gonna say this one more time.
That would have injured your feelings.
And I'm going to stick
your
by
reputation.
It. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it. Jake Paul can't fight.
Man, I'm just saying.
Not as a professional fighter.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. Everybody's on what he can beat you up. Somebody said on the thing that said, "Oh, he can beat you up." First off, I'm not gonna get in no ring.
Yeah.
But, Jake Paul. And I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you like this: Jake Paul can beat me up in a ring. He can't beat me up at the car wash.
Yeah.
He can't beat me up at the bank.
Yeah.
He cannot. I guarantee.
Yeah. Not a chance at the grocery store.
Not a chance. Not at CVS.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Walgreens.
At the intersection, it ain't popping off. Hey. We jump out the car. He is not. It ain't happening, bro.
Because first thing, he gonna be in the turning lane. Yeah. I'm not. And if anybody know anything, don't never get caught in the turning lane. Don't get caught in the turning lane.
What's going down that turning lane?
You can't get out.
Yeah.
Car in front of you car behind you.
You out of there.
And the curb on the side of you.
Boy,
Don't get caught in
Yeah, boy, stub. Jack sessions right there.
No, Jake Paul can't fight seriously. He can't.
Yeah.
Not as a professional fighter because he hasn't fought any professional fighters.
I do expect him to get a KO this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I expect him to knock out Mike Perry.
And then he probably outweighed the guy
quickly,
20,
man.
25 pounds.
Yeah, he's bigger than the guy. And I saw one of Mike Perry's bare knuckle boxing matches when he won the championship, actually.
Yeah.
And he lost. The boy got his nose broke. He's bleeding, the eyes jacked up. Now, the other guy's eye was jacked up, but it should be. It's bare knuckle boxing, bro. You're going to get messed up in bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can expect that. But as far as
him beating the other guy up,
like he lost the fight.
I couldn't tell.
He lost the fight.
If he won, I can't tell.
Now he does look crazy. He's tatted up like that crazy white dude that might kick it with anybody, I don't. Crazy don't mean success. I don't mean you can fight. I done seen a lot of dudes crazy knocked out on the floor.
When I seen him fight, his look is tougher than he is.
Yeah, I was about to say
he looked tough. But
just like they say, it's always somebody a little better than you. It's always somebody a little crazier than you too.
Oh, absolutely.
But no, it should be. It'll be entertaining. People are gonna watch. Jake Paul has a fan base, and that's why we're talking about this right now.
Absolutely.
Right.
He got a YouTube following out of this world.
Yeah, this is a great warm up fight for Mike Tyson. Yeah. I wouldn't even just a great warm up fight. I'm just happy to see somebody fighting this weekend.
Yeah,
and Jake don't care neither. I do appreciate that about him.
And I don't know how many followers Jake Paul got, but I'm sure it's a few million.
Oh, it's more than that.
A few million.
He in the tens of millions, he's up there in the millions of millions.
Because he's been doing it. Because he was early in the game.
He one of the originals.
Yeah,
one of the first big stars to pop off. So don't say nothing bad about him, and we ain't gonna get no rate. No views.
Jake Paul, great. Jake
Paul is the ish, man. I can't wait. Boy, feet. No, but seriously though, Jake Paul, like I admire anybody that commits themselves to something, and they go and put that work in, which he has. Over the past, probably at this point, 5-6 years of work.
He committed himself to being a YouTube star.
Yeah.
And he did that.
Yeah.
And he's accomplished that.
Yeah.
But he's not a professional fighter.
No, I never said that. But I do appreciate his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that.
Anybody that has a goal and grind and get it.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing. Jake Paul done made more money on YouTube than most professional fighters.
I was about to say, he don't have to. This is the thing about Jake Paul. He's got money already.
Yeah.
Most dudes, Conor McGregor, for example.
He had to fight. Yeah, he had to fight.
He had to fight Floyd Mayweather to get his money.
No.
And since he fought Floyd, we've seen Conor McGregor maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
4 times maybe since Floyd Mayweather and he got that payday.
Jake
already had money and he's still out here putting in that work.
Yeah.
And still in there, willing to put his life on the line in that boxing ring. Yeah. So you gotta, if nothing else, you gotta respect that about him.
Oh yeah. I respect the grind, the accomplishment, because he put in the work and all that to be a YouTube star.
Yeah.
And he accomplished that.
Yep.
He's a YouTube star.
And he's opened a lane for a lot of other YouTube stars and just other athletes that aren't being compensated properly.
Yeah, not just in boxing, but in other avenues also.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He showed how to get that bag on YouTube if you want to go make some crazy videos and do some stuff.
I was going to say, Jake Paul was one of the originators of bringing viewership to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so YouTube, they ain't mad at Jake Paul.
Absolutely. Yeah. You better not talk bad about him.
No, but he just can't fight. He good. He good at a lot of other stuff.
Fighting ain't what that is.
He's great for YouTube.
Hey, Jake Paul is better than 97% of the population in boxing. I will say that. I'll give him that credit right there.
Absolutely.
And the man put in the work, man. So salutes to that, bro. You know how to put on a show, man. You know how to put on a party for dang show, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're going to keep this thing
Keep it moving. Jump off to the next subject.
Next up, WNBA. Yes. So starting off, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, man. They started off the season 0-8. All right, they were the Indiana Fever of old. Nobody gave them a shot. They already talking about next year's draft. Caitlin Clark's a bust. Blah 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 blah. Look at me now. 11-14, now number 5 in the power rankings. So they've gone 11-6 since that 0-8 start. And in the last past 2 weeks, they beat the Phoenix Mercury with Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. They beat the New York Liberty with the Sabrina Ionescu. I'm sorry, I'll never get it right unless I meet you and you tell me what it is in person. I won't listen to nobody else but you. And then also, did I say Breanna Stewart already on that New York? Okay, and Breanna Stewart on that team as well, right? Then another top WNBA team, the Minnesota Lynx, went out there and gave them the business. She broke somebody's ankles, put the girl flat on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And then went and hit her with the layup. So Caitlin Clark is doing that thing. She's turning this team around. And I got to agree with Cameron. She's looking like the sophomore year Iowa State Caitlin Clark. She's getting real comfortable out there right now. You know, she don't like the senior year Caitlin Clark yet, but she like the sophomore year Caitlin Clark, where she's getting real comfortable, getting to her shots, and she's becoming a factor in the WNBA now. And we see why there has been such a big fuss about the Olympic snub.
Oh, well, I disagree with Cameron.
You don't think she had? She
didn't look like the sophomore year.
In comparison to what you think she look like right now in the WNBA?
She looking like the best woman that came along.
Yeah,
and probably the last since Diana Taurasi or somebody. She looking like the best player that has came along in recent history. She looking way better than she did her sophomore year. So the sophomore year, Caitlin Clark could not do this.
Well, she's still good though.
Yeah, I mean she's looking like a rising superstar.
Yeah,
that is rising to be who we thought she was.
And that's what he's saying by the sophomore year Caitlin Clark, because by the senior year she was already a superstar. But she was rising that sophomore year. That's all he meant by that. And that's why I agree with him on that
when
point.
When you go in and you're the first rookie ever do a triple-double, and she had a streak of double-doubles going on, so about 8, 9. So she's playing like who I thought she was. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't want to hear no excuses. They bumping her. They doing nothing else. All she got to do is keep balling. Yeah. And get used to playing and get used to being a pro. Yep. And she's getting used to it faster than people thought.
Absolutely. That's what the great ones do. They make adjustments quicker than everybody else. That's what makes them great. Yeah. You know? And, so at this point in time, you think she's an Olympic snub? Is she one of the top 15 players in the league?
Well, see,
she's beat all the other.
Well, see, this is the whole thing. At the time that they didn't pick the team this week. They picked the team back then.
But that's what I was talking about. You got to be able to project certain people. You got to be able to see that coming. Wow. You got to see that coming. How can you not see that coming when she has dogged out everything and everybody that stepped in front of her? The only thing she did not do was win a national championship because the rest of her team was not on her level.
This is the whole thing. It's been so many. I tell you this. This is just it has been more people that people thought they were who they were not than people being who they thought they were. Yeah. So that's why I'm a little cautious. I gotta see I need some proof that you are who I think, because I have seen more not be that than I actually be that.
You see, that eyeball test. My eyeball test usually ain't wrong, huh? And I'm not just gonna jump out there about any and everybody now. But I'm willing. I will stand on the plank for Caitlin Clark. She got it. She got it.
Yes.
And it's not just she's got the package. It ain't just the shot. Exactly. She can create her shot. She got to step back. She can do what she wants to do with that rock. Like, Caitlin Clark is special, man. And if you can't see it, if you can't project it, like, that's on you.
Yeah, I can see what you're doing, but I can't project what you're going to do. Me personally, I can't.
Well, I
ain't that good yet.
Well, I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk on what I saw her do versus what I saw everybody else that came through college basketball, women's college basketball do. And she was different. I didn't see nobody doing the stuff she was doing.
The game was different. Everything was different. Not just her. The game was different.
But she is different, period. So even in the game now, she was the only one playing like that. Nobody else in the game was playing like her last year.
So you projected Caitlin Clark would be the greatest woman basketball player ever?
Shooter, yes. One of them, yes.
Okay. Well, see, I'm just talking
because
about,
we got Beli, we got Candace Parker, we got Cheryl Miller, we got people that have other areas of the game that they can.
That's what I'm saying.
That she can't account. She's not 6'4", 6'5", she ain't 6'9". But what she does on the perimeter and for that team with the assists. Caitlin Clark, she's gonna be a triple-double machine if she starts getting those boards like she does, like if she wants to. She can be. Well, she's gonna be a double-double machine for sure. She's very smart, assist, setting her teammate up. Aaliyah Boston, she's been balling too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's gonna be. I ain't gonna say she's gonna be a triple-double machine, but she'll get her share of triple-doubles. Yeah, more than a lot of other guards because the double-double is gonna be pretty much standard for her.
Absolutely.
Because now since she got her teammate back, getting those 10 assists has been a lot easier.
Absolutely.
So she's gonna be a double-double, and like I said, she is very good, and she is who I thought she was. But I mean, like I say, but 4 months ago, I couldn't say that she was one of the 15 best players. 4 months ago, I couldn't say that.
Well,
but now
I said it for you.
But now she's proving that she's in that conversation. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, and with that being said, in the Olympics snub, I'm very excited about the upcoming.
I think she's on the team now, ain't she?
I still don't have confirmation of that.
Who took Brenda Grant's place? Did they take her off?
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, that was it. That was the man that took Kawhi out.
Yeah. That's
Kawhi, another. That's a whole another story.
We'll get to that in a little bit, but I will say because of that Olympic snub, I'm very excited about what the WNBA has done for this All-Star game coming up this weekend. They're having the WNBA All-Stars take on the women's Olympic basketball team. So now we got Caitlin, probably gonna team up with Angel and all the other WNBA All-Stars to take on that Olympic team. And I got a feeling Caitlin is gonna go at them. I'm calling Caitlin Clark to be the MVP of this All-Star game. I'm calling the WNBA All-Stars to win over the Olympic team. I'm calling it right here, right now on Noonish. Right here, right now on Noonish, baby. Bet that. What you think about it, huh? What say you?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Caitlin and Angel
ain't gonna do it together alone.
She can ball with anybody.
Yeah.
Now their teammates, that's where the problem gonna come in. You got 4 or 5 rookies, but see, you're gonna have to have
on the All-Star roster.
No. I'm saying you got 4 or 5. Like Caitlin and Angel is not gonna be. They're gonna be on the All-Star roster.
Yeah.
So now
they're the only 2 rookies on the All-Star roster.
But this is the thing. All of the people that's on the Olympic team, out of that 15, about 11 of them, or 12 would have been on the All-Star team.
Yeah, no doubt.
So therefore, Angel and Caitlin approved that, but it's a team. I think that the Olympic team is going to have more good players than the other team.
Yep,
and that's gonna might cause them to lose.
But that just like when Jordan beat that team that Scottie Pippen put together in that pro-am. Like I'm just saying, it only takes one dog.
No.
It only takes one dog. If you got a decent cast around you, we'll see.
That's that.
We will see.
No, because that was the All-Star game Scottie put together.
Yeah.
But when Michael Jordan was the one dog in the 80s, he didn't get nowhere.
No, you're right. That's on the Bulls. I'm talking about All-Star game. I ain't talking about the Bulls.
Yeah, All-Star game. But I'm saying that they got a chance because that's why they play the game. Yeah. But the Olympic team have out of the, I'll say it like this, besides Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, that probably the next 8 to 10 best players is on the other team.
Yeah. No doubt.
And I'm saying 6 or 7 good players might be 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's why they got chosen for the team.
Oh, yeah.
But, y'all, we got to take a little intermission real quick. We'll be right back. Yes, sir, and we back in this thing, man. So, yeah, be looking out for that WNBA All-Star game, man. I know Aja Wilson's going to have a lot to say about whether or not Caitlin Clark win this, try to take this thing over.
Yeah, it's 2 or 3 people.
She pretty good, man. Come to find, had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese not been in this league this year, I never would have known about Aja Wilson, and that's sad because that woman is cold.
Well, I knew about Aja Wilson.
I didn't.
Because she did some other things. I mean,
Yeah, she cold-blooded.
She got a little highlights on her own. But they brought a lot more attention to her.
Oh, absolutely.
To everybody in the league.
She got a Nike deal. I saw first commercials, like State Farm commercials or something like that, man. I love the attention they're getting, man. These women are cold-blooded. But we're going to keep this thing rocking. Next up, NBA, man. Y'all know what's good, man. My boy Klay Thompson. He's a Maverick. Oh, yeah. We got better. I ain't saying we can go out and dominate the world, but we got better, man. I feel much better about Klay taking them threes than I did about Tim Hardaway Jr. Who you gonna get? PJ Washington or Klay? Which one you gonna leave open? Thank you. Cause you gotta leave one of them open. Cause you got to double Kyrie, you got to double Luka. You know you got to get those two guys. So which one gonna be open? I'm good with both of them.
Well, it all depends on how you play. I ain't gonna double down one of them.
Well, you don't. Yeah. Everybody else does.
Boston did.
Well,
I'm just saying for me how I like to play because this is the thing.
They were running traps out there, Luka. They was running traps out there.
Yeah. But a whole lot of time they were one-on-one with Luka. When they ran a trap when he was up on the sideline and when he was up in the corner right across half court. Yeah. But up at the top of the key and all that, they didn't all that.
That wasn't one-on-one on Kyrie. I think they was playing some, they had some schematics. Had some schematics going on.
But they had a lot of, man. But then they had a lot. But this is the thing. I'd rather for your best player to beat me than PJ Washington.
Yeah. But I mean,
your best player gonna beat me, cause I'm gonna be on those guys.
Who's up? You gonna be on Klay? Huh? You gonna be on Klay?
Everybody gonna be 1-on-1.
He gotta be one of the best.
Everybody gonna be 1-on-1, and that way your best player's gonna beat me.
I like our chances with guys guarding Luka and Kyrie 1-on-1.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
it
Klay,
all depends on who the guys are.
How do you see Klay affecting and impacting the Mavericks, the squad?
I see Klay impacting the squad by he's a better shooter than anybody else that the Mavericks had.
Absolutely.
But those guys ain't gonna be getting no shots now.
Who? What? Who won't get shots?
PJ or nobody else?
Why?
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, we haven't lost Kyrie or Luka, and those are the guys that collapse the defense and kick the ball out. Like, so why? What's changing? We got better.
Okay.
Because we lost Tim Hardaway Jr., they ain't gonna double team nobody.
I'm gonna say okay.
Like, I mean, what? How do you not? What? I mean, what am I missing right here?
Kyrie take a lot of shots, Luka take a lot of shots, and Klay take. It ain't gonna be a lot of shots left for nobody.
I mean,
Klay take more shots than anybody he's replacing.
And he hits.
Klay take more shots than PJ and Hardaway together.
Klay shot a 45% clip after the All-Star break. I want him taking that 3.
We ain't talking about what was his clip for the whole year.
It was
about 41.
40. I'd rather him. Yeah, I'm good with 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially,
but I'm just saying, but how many 3s? So you're not going to take no 2s. Everybody's going to take 3s.
Well, that's already the Mavs' philosophy. They already the Mavericks' philosophy for the past 3 years is they want to shoot at least 33 pointers a game. Is what the Mavericks want to do.
So many shots per game, and if Klay come and take up 12 to 15 of those shots, PJ ain't gonna get no shots. Gafford ain't getting all of them.
I think the ball's going. I think it's because Klay comes from a team where the ball flows very beautifully. The Golden State.
The ball don't flow in Dallas like it did in Golden State.
When we were winning, when we were winning, what took us to the playoffs and got us through the playoffs was the ball moving. Now when it gets stagnant,
1-on-1.
That wasn't the winning formula.
The Mavericks play more 1-on-1 ball than they do flow ball.
But that wasn't the winning formula. I'm talking the last part of the season when we made the jump from like 8-9 to 5, and then went from where we entered the playoffs at position to 5 to the finals. We were passing the ball. It wasn't a lot of isolation ball. Like, that's what made us, when we were, distributing the ball, throwing oops, kicking the ball out, moving the ball around, swinging the ball around.
Well, then they must have reverted back in the championship.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of ISO ball.
Yes, it was. And that was not winning basketball.
And that was the worst time to revert.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, all I'm saying
but
is
why did we revert? But why did we revert? Because Tim Hardaway Jr. wasn't hitting shots. PJ was hitting shots, but we couldn't get the ball to him as often as we wanted to. Right? Because he was really the only other threat. There was no other threat outside of PJ Washington around the perimeter besides Luka and Kyrie.
Because the shots that Luka and them kept taking, they were missing. They don't know their own thermometer. Luka shot 24%, but he shot like he was shooting 44%.
Yeah.
When you're shooting 24%, you got to take less threes. And Luka didn't do that.
Yeah.
He don't know his own thermometer, and that's going to be a problem until you learn your own thermometer. That's going to be a problem with the Mavericks right there.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about that. And that's, hopefully Luka
well, no, I'm shooting 24%. I got Klay over here. Give him the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure Luka is willing to do that.
Yeah,
because
no doubt.
Luka is trying to play. Because they say next year, after Luka contract is up, he can get $400 million.
Yeah, and he gonna get it.
And if he get more assists than he do points, that $400 million. These guys not playing for Luka, playing for $400 million, not for the ring.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I ain't mad at Luka.
Well, but he don't got to pay for it because he gonna get it regardless.
Yeah,
he's gonna get that money. Like, we're not letting Luka leave. Like Luka is in the Dirk.
Yeah, the chance of Luka leaving is very slim to none. But I will say this: me personally, a lot of people wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
but I would have chose Rick Carlisle over Luka because they had that. I would have
over Luka. Nah.
Yes, sir. Because
I love Rick Carlisle now.
But because this is the thing,
a whole nother level.
Luka's going to only give you 3 or 4 chances to win. Carlisle gonna give you 15 or 20.
Rick Carlisle
is one of the best coaches
in the finals with the Pacers this year.
His teams are always in the Western. Are the finals? So they were in the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Yeah,
and if Hollenberg wouldn't have got hurt, Rick Carlisle might have been playing the Mavericks.
Absolutely,
and he would have coached his butt off to beat the Mavericks.
Absolutely.
I'm saying, me personally, it's not many people would take a coach over a player, but I would have taken Rick Carlisle because I know Rick Carlisle is going to work his magic for the next 10, 15 years. I'm not so sure about Luka.
Yep. No,
that's just me.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that.
Because I like Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, I love Rick Carlisle.
More than I do Luka. I like Rick Carlisle more than I do Luka.
I've told y'all, I felt that Rick Carlisle is the best coach in the NBA by far. Like, I take him over Pop. I take Rick Carlisle over any other coach in the NBA right now. Because
he already coached circles around every sport.
Yeah.
He coached circles. And I don't care what nobody say. That year that the Mavericks beat Miami, Rick Carlisle coached circles around that ball.
Rick Carlisle was the MVP. If coaches could get MVPs, Rick Carlisle would have been the MVP of that championship. No doubt about it.
Circles around that ball.
Absolutely.
Circles.
Yeah,
not one circle.
After game 1, they took that L.
After game 2.
Game 2, yeah. They took that L. LeBron was done.
Yeah.
It was a wrap. I don't know what they figured out, but they did it.
It wasn't even...
And it was a wrap.
It was... If you go back and look at the series... Who was at the top of the key with the ball? D. Wade.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
When they won the 2 championships, LeBron was here.
D. Wade in the corner.
Yeah. D. Wade was a predominant ball handler.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake on
Absolutely. They figured that out quick.
Because, and that had a lot to do with Pat Riley.
But it's like, duh. Like, D. Wade, what you doing, bro?
That had a lot to do with Pat Riley.
Wanting to win it his way?
And then because Pat Riley... LeBron is not one of Pat Riley's guys.
No, he didn't draft him.
So he was going to stick with his guy over the guy that came.
Yeah.
And then once Pat Riley and D. Wade figured out that we got to go with this guy to win, and everybody called LeBron out.
Yeah.
But I will say this, that everybody say LeBron tell everybody what to do. Do you think LeBron told them to give D. Wade the ball, let me stand in the corner?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's one time LeBron wasn't in control.
Yeah, no doubt.
He got in control after that.
Yeah, but he was on Big Bro's team. Ain't nobody gonna control Pat Riley.
The Mavericks got better.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. They got a very good chance of winning the championship.
Absolutely.
But this is Uncle's old school. We gotta play the game.
Hey, gotta play the game.
We gotta play the game.
Gotta play the game,
because
man.
On paper, they looking like, they got a very good chance.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Look, we got 3 of the best guards in the league. I say that right now.
Oh yeah.
Right
we got
now,
a very
on
good
the squad.
3-guard rotation.
Absolutely.
Man,
So,
yeah, they probably got
welcome to the triple D, man.
Yeah.
Let me see you with your shag. You know what I'm saying? You got to go in and grow your shag, get your waves right. You know, got to hit that boogie one time. You know, like go and hit it one time. You know,
and then you got to not do the side. So then you got to not do the side down drop.
You know what I'm saying? Side down drop on them balls. You know. Yes, sir.
You got to go to RL Griffin Blues Palace and do the side bam.
Yeah.
And then you're a native of D-Time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but you know, keep this thing rolling, man. There's been a lot of controversy about the choice of the USA basketball team. And they say Steve Kerr trying to start some mess up in Boston, and he might have succeeded.
No, I don't think so.
How could you not?
I think Jaylen Brown is smarter than Steve Kerr. The only way the mess is going to start is Jaylen Brown buy into it.
But what about Derek White, though? After seeing the message he gave him the rock emoji with the eyebrow up, like, really? Like, and it's your teammate. You still got to go see this dude in camp. And I'm showing up there. I'm like, bro, what was that message about? Dog, I ain't good enough to be on the Olympic team?
No, you're not.
You're not?
First off, no. So, it's so many guys that you can go get before
More than Derek White? Like, God, dog.
You mean you don't want Devin Booker?
Bro, like, he's on the squad.
I mean, what about what's his name? Jumper?
Paul George.
What about Murray?
Murray's cold-blooded. You know,
Dame
Lillard.
Yeah, what about Donovan Mitchell?
We can keep going.
What about Donovan Mitchell?
We can keep going.
I mean,
it's a ton of guys we can name.
What about Kyrie Irving?
We can name a ton of guys ahead of Derek White.
I'm going to say this. You know, everybody thinks that I don't like Kyrie because I said I didn't think Kyrie to buy.
What about Pat Bev?
No, we'll get Bronny. But anyway, I think that Kyrie should be on there before White.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about that.
Before you go get White, I mean, I'm not being funny. I didn't even know White was until this year.
You know, they got 3 Celtics and 2 of them yellow boys. They got them yellow bones.
Then not only that.
They got them yellow bones.
Not only.
They want them dark skin about it. You know, they had to get some soft boys over there. They said USA looking kind of hard with all these dark brothers.
You know,
I like this thing up.
You know, I like Drew Holiday, but he's not better than Jaylen Brown.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. So I don't know what the issue was. Jaylen Brown, he's a very conscious young man. He said it's a Nike. He may have put that out in the public that it's Nike. Yeah. But look on the back of their jerseys. That tells you all you need to know about USA basketball.
Oh yeah. I mean, and then there's a lot of guys.
White over Brown. You know, no, I'm just playing with that. I'm just kidding.
2 or 3 guys. And then the guy that White replaced, what was Kawhi doing on the team?
Well, Kawhi, man. I mean, regardless of what you think about the man, I know he stays hurt, but the man is still one of the top dudes when it comes to basketball.
He's not.
Playing basketball and skill level. He's one of the best. He's just not available.
Unavailable, that means you nothing.
But he played the most games he's played in a long time this year. He played like 68 games or something like that this year. Out of 82. That's about as much as LeBron and everybody else would be taking these games off.
Exactly.
But he wasn't, when it came to the playoffs,
wait a minute. He played 68. He played more games than he played in a long time. And what good did it do to Clippers?
Not now.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, they got to the playoffs, right? They didn't have to go to the tournament. They played the Mavericks in the playoffs, right? They got beat, but he wasn't available for that tournament. He wasn't available for the playoffs. He was injured.
So if you ain't available
I think he played for like 2 games in that
you ain't
series.
available for the NBA playoffs, but you're available for the Olympic team? No, I don't want you.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But this is the thing.
But Derek White, though?
Yeah, I'll take Derek White. At least he's going to play.
I'll take Kawhi over Derek White all day.
At least Derek White is going to be available on the roster.
Kawhi's not injured right now is the thing. And they were saying that Kawhi left, but he was released from the roster for whatever reason. And I don't know why.
He should have never been on the roster. But I ain't mad that he
from an injury standpoint, I agree with you. But from a skill level, man, I can't disrespect that man's skills like that. He one of the best. That's the call right there.
Go look at his career.
He New Balance over Nike.
Go look at Kawhi's career. Kawhi been in the league about 13, 14 years.
He injured a lot.
He done had 3 good years, and you're going to tell me you're a superstar.
I ain't saying he's a superstar now, but he's a very skilled basketball player.
I mean, if you one of the 15 best players in the world, you're a superstar.
Hey, he was a a step under away from beating Golden State one of them championship years when Jaja Pachulia stuck his foot up on him on that three and he rolled his ankle on San Antonio.
Close on.
But I'm just saying they were beating the Warriors and then that happened and then back.
And then he got
so he's a dog.
Then he got MVP for holding LeBron for 33 points, 11 assists, and 9 point something rebound. He got MVP for that.
So, but how do they pick?
How do they pick the team?
How they pick Derek White?
It's
Steve Kerr and Grant Hill, I believe, are the two guys that's really making those decisions.
It's some other guys on there. I wouldn't have AD on no team.
And Grant Hill said, man, like it had nothing to do with Nike because I was a Fila guy and I was on the dream team. So you know what it has to do? Brown is way too conscious. They don't want that. They don't want that consciousness.
Yeah, Brown is way too.
He's way too smart for sports. For that, they don't want that.
For the stuff they try
young
to
man,
sell,
he
don't
like
buy it.
Brown is almost like Tupac in the NBA. Right?
Almost.
I'm just saying. He's pretty much like Tupac in the NBA.
Yeah,
he's that conscious.
Conscious.
He's a very conscious young man that will bring issues to the forefront that need to be talked about, but that's not what the NBA wants to talk about.
They don't want that.
They're like, bro, you can talk about that when you retire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we gonna still give you $300 million, bro, because you are cold.
Yeah,
and you are that dude.
We're not gonna promote you.
But we're not gonna promote you the way you should be promoted because that is not the rhetoric that we want coming out of the NBA.
That ain't what we want to hear.
You can have that on your own platform, but representing this shield, it ain't going down like that.
Can't do it.
Unfortunately, because like 90% of the NBA or 70% of the NBA is black. Or whatever the number is. 60, 65. I mean, more European players are coming over. So I don't know what that demographic is now. But he is really speaking for the rest of the league.
Yeah, but the
NBA, the powers that be, don't want that message coming out. It's a shame, bro. It's a shame, man.
How many players in the NBA?
It's 450.
450?
450 players in the NBA.
I think about 28% is European.
So what, that means it was 72 American, and I mean it's like 4 white Americans in the league right now. I can't even name them. I think one of them just got drafted, Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
What other American-born white dudes do you know in the league right now?
Rick Barry. So
yeah. I don't know who he playing for.
I don't know his name.
Oh, I said Granite, but his name is Canyon Berry.
Yeah,
Canyon Berry has a roster spot. Now, if Canyon Berry can have a roster spot, it's perfectly fine for Bronny James to have a roster spot. Okay? And people are, and let's go and move on to Bronny James now. Okay? People are getting on Bronny James because he's got a slow start. Look, I heard a stat, Bronny James was like 4 for like 25 or something like that? Shooting 5 for 26 or something like that? Jaylin Brown had the exact same start in the Summer League. Jaylin Brown had the exact same start in the Summer League. Matter of fact, the number 2 pick of the league last night went 0 for 18.
Nobody said anything, though. Nobody did.
0 for 18. That's the worst shooting performance ever.
Man, I can't. Man,
in Summer League basketball. And that's the number 2 pick, and y'all want to talk about Bronny. Get off Bronny, man. Let this young man.
Bronny was number 55, wasn't it?
Yeah. What other second-round picks are people talking about? Nobody. So get off of Bronny, man. Let this young man develop. Let him get a feel for what's going on around him.
Let LeBron,
and develop, man.
Let LeBron do what hundreds of other people, Peyton Manning and everybody else, Archie Manning and everybody else did. They got their songs in the league. You know, I'm going to tell you, they ain't trying to poop on nobody, man. Eli Manning ain't no elite quarterback, man.
I mean, he was elite enough to beat Brady twice.
Defense.
Super Bowl.
Defense. Go look at it.
Yeah, it was defense.
JPP and them beat.
They put points up too, though. Didn't they? What was the score of them Super Bowl?
21. They put up about 21 or
That's
23.
Enough.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But yeah, you're right.
I mean, it was.
Eli wasn't no slouch now.
No.
Eli gave us hell down here in Dallas his whole career.
Sorry, I'm gonna say it like this. Go look at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, Eli can toss that rock now. I can't tell you.
Play. How many people catch the ball upside their head?
Oh, David Tyree, yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of flugazi going on.
It wasn't like Eli was threading no needle now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot of flugazi going on.
That's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of flugazi going on.
I'm not trying to say Eli can't play.
Yeah.
But Eli is not, He ain't no Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He
Oh
his
man.
brother.
And by the way, shout out Akeem, man. I don't know why we're not getting our messages on the platform here like we typically do.
I don't know.
But shout out Akeem, man, Poker, man. Everybody commenting right now, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Ian, what's going down, big
Ian,
dog?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Ian, 1, 2, 3. You know we're good, man.
I don't know why.
We're not getting our messages like we typically do. Or we be commenting back and forth with you, but we're not. They're not showing up on the screen.
But anyway, Jay pulled them up on his phone.
Yeah, just put them on my phone real quick, man.
And, we appreciate everybody.
Everybody tuning in, man.
We growing. It's not to a lot of people, it's not a whole bunch of numbers, but we growing organically. We're not begging nobody. We just sitting here getting good information, talking about, man, and we love our supporters, man. And Ian 1, 2, 3. Man, Ian's been with us for a few weeks now. I mean, a few months now.
Yeah, man. Ian, since we've been going live, period, like on the like after darks.
Yeah.
Since we started after dark, Ian is our number one fan by far, bro. If I could give you a membership, Ian, I would. And matter of fact, speaking of memberships, man, we do have memberships now.
Oh yeah, and
we also have merchandise.
Oh yeah.
So please
and
go on.
You'll start seeing on here. With
that merch,
Noonish merch.
Yeah. So, it's all coming together, man. Appreciate the support, man. We're growing every day organically the right way. We're not out here buying subscriptions. We're not out here going and reaching people that can promise us 10,000 new. No, man. We're growing with people that truly have the same interests that we have.
And none of that.
Absolutely, man.
I'm just up here running this mile.
So please, man, y'all go grab yourself a membership. Join the club. It's $2.99 a month, man. $3, dog. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a penny a day, damn near. Something like that, right? Or 10 cents a day. Just go on and go and do what it do. Go on and hit that, join button. Become a member, man, because eventually what we're going to start doing is having all these live shows for members only and then doing an edited show for everybody else, right? So, and that's just how it's going to be.
And we're going to start
looking to build a community.
We're going to start having giveaways for the membership.
Absolutely.
And it all depends on which membership you have, which giveaway you'll be in.
Yep, and we got our first sponsor. Hey, putting that shoe order in on Friday. Got a message in from her today. Got our first sponsor. We're excited to bring y'all information on them and any other sponsors out there that want to be a part of this Noonish Sports and Tech community, man. Come on with it, man.
How long do it take to get the shoes?
It takes about 3 weeks because these are handmade Italian leather.
I mean, they Unc is a shoe man, so it's several pairs of shoes that I go on the internet and order, and they tell me it'll be. I have all the shoes that they'll tell me it'll be up to 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah,
we don't have these in stock. We make them as you order them.
Yeah.
And that's the way they do with handmade.
Because we are some exclusive cats.
So
we like exclusivity. Yeah. We like limited things. You know what I'm saying? So we're bringing you exclusive and limited things that we love. Right? You feel me? But yeah, man, y'all get off Bronny James back, man. The young man, I have no worries about Bronny. I feel that Bronny is going to be a very special player once he gets it under his wings. Like once he figures out what he needs to do. Once he gets out of this summer league, like one for all, summer league is basically everybody for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have your few guys that have been drafted and a bunch of fill-ins that are playing their butts off to try to make it.
Yeah. And I can't get in the league passing you the ball.
It's chaotic. Chaotic, man. So please do not judge Bronny. Bronny is a very smart basketball player. He needs structure. So once he has structure, understands his role, he's going to be a heck of a ball player. And as he gets older, he's only going to get better, man.
And I'm going to say this.
We're talking about a kid fresh out of college, man.
I'm just going to be honest. For me, leave Bronny alone.
Leave him alone, man.
I'm saying leave him alone, even if he can't play.
Yeah.
Let LeBron James and Bronny do what American society do all day, every day.
Do you
know how many jobs I have looked and saw the CEO son is a VP and all that? I'm like,
it happens every day.
And one time I worked on a job.
They call that a succession plan. I used to be a succession planner.
One time I worked on a job. The CEO president was leaving.
Yeah.
They looked a year and a half. They said we looked high and low for a year and a half for his replacement.
Yeah.
We looked high and low, coast to coast.
Yeah.
North and south, east and west.
And what happened?
The best replacement we found after all that time is my son.
Yeah. And you know what that year and a half probably entailed? It probably took him graduating and then 6 months of training.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the year was his final year of college, and then the other 6 months was him training
and
for that position.
And they looked high and low for a year and a half, but the best replacement in the whole United States is my son. Stop that.
They look high and low in the house.
So I saw that. I seen that throughout. like we put out the Manning family, the Ripken family, the Barry family,
the Griffeys,
the Griffeys, the Dunleavys.
Kenny Lofton, Kenny Lofton's son.
Yeah,
Kenny Lofton's son was a second-round draft pick, and he's solid. Nobody's talking about him.
Yeah,
nobody even knows Kenny Lofton has a son in the NBA. Kenny Lofton, center fielder for the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, his son is solid.
But this is the whole thing. So leave Bronny alone.
Leave him alone, man.
And let him, even if he can't play, let LeBron and Bronny do what everybody else do.
Let them do what they do, baby. Don't hate.
I believe
Congratulate,
Bronny can
man.
Play.
Yeah.
But me personally, I believe he can play. Just give him a chance.
The man been in the house with King James his whole life, playing nothing but basketball in their world. Yeah, he can play. They got with athleticism. Like, come on, man.
They got a gym in their house, man.
Yeah.
Man, you've been playing with the best player in the world your whole life.
Your whole life.
Come on, man. You learned a lot.
Oh, you been sleeping in the hyperbaric chamber too, dog? Oh, no wonder your thighs is 12 times the size of Dalton Connects. Like, Bronny is
he's a man.
A man
he's
right now, physically. And, bro, mentally, he's got it. It's just a matter of him getting comfortable in time, man. Yeah. Like, straight up, Bronny James is gonna be perfectly fine. And as a matter of fact, Bronny James just won the NBA Call of Duty tournament. You better not mess with Bronny.
Oh, he a gamer too.
Hey, Bronny already is breaking the barriers. He's the first digital player to also be a professional in analog sports, because that's what they call NBA.
Analog,
you know, like a digital clock versus analog clock. Yeah, NBA in sports that are not in the esports world are called analog, right?
Yeah.
So he's the first professional gamer. And digital to cross over and also do it in an analog fashion in the NBA. So get off the man.
And plus, when he won that tournament, I know way back, a few years back, they were winning $150,000. Don't tell me what they won. Mm-hmm. And that was some years back.
Oh, they giving millions. They giving millions. They giving millions for this gaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gaming.
Now we talking about gaming. Now that's my other world. Like, I don't game, but I know the world.
Yeah.
I know the space. I'm an innovative tech. If y'all want to go check out this show right now, go to www.theendgroupinternational.com and you're going to find us right there. That is my company, my website. I never promote it because this ain't about that. I stay true to Noonish Sports and Tech all day, every day. But that is the home of Noonish Sports and Tech.
Oh, yeah.
It's the End Group International. So you go to www.theendgroupinternational.com and you will see Noonish Sports and Tech right there. Gaming is what I do. That's my whole space. The fact that this young man is crossing over, that is changing the game.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That is changing the game.
Yeah.
And let me explain something to y'all. If y'all don't know about this 2K revolution, right, or just sports and gaming, right?
Oh,
so you have professional gamers, right? And you're like, oh, man, he must be really good. I guess he knows he can beat anybody in that game. Like, no. He probably can, but that's not what it is. It's not me having a team. I'm not playing with the Hornets, going out and beating everybody else in the world with the Hornets. I am creating my player, and I am growing myself up. I got to take you to one of these on because it's insane, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they have gaming tournament. Exposure, shout out Exposure. Shout out Danny. You know what I'm saying? Just those are my people out here in Texas, man. We was talking about technology earlier in the show, so it's only right that I speak on this right now, okay? I had my first esports NBA 2K tournament experience about 2 years ago, right? I had an idea about what I thought it was, and it was nothing like that. I thought it was just guys that was cold. Like, man, I can beat anybody in the world. My team better than yours. Let's go get it. Mano y mano. I'm going to win. I'm going to get the chip.
Yeah.
No. These guys create their players, right? They get a group of 4 other dudes that create their players. NBA teams have scouts walking around this facility seeing who is the best player. They're truly scouting players in the gaming space. Not teams, players. The creative player that I've grown up to be this person, they are scouting that person for their NBA 2K league. You can win up, I believe last year they had up to $4 million in the tournaments that they had. It was up to $4 million that they gave out to the winners of these tournaments. It's like it's multiple tournaments a year. Mm-hmm. But, the Mavs have a team, the Clippers. I'm in this facility. I got the Pacers walking around. I got the Clippers walking around. The Orlando Magic. NBA teams are in here scouting these guys. Yeah, digital.
Scouting these guys for what?
Looking at their players and how good they are on the video game. The same way they do in real life, real players. But they're scouting these guys in these big tournaments around the best other 2K players in the world, and the guys that score the most points, they end up signing the teams. Got Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, Atlanta Hawks coming to Dallas, right? Like, it blew my mind when I realized what it was. It's a whole culture that we're not tapping into.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Twitch is about. Twitch is the gaming world. If you want to cross over and get an idea of what gaming is, go to Twitch. If you like me, you gonna click on Twitch that first time and click right off because it's too much going on. But I can handle it now because I understand what I'm looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I heard stuff about Twitch.
But Bronny's the first ever digital athlete to be professional with FaZe Clan, which is the biggest, one of the biggest gaming teams in the world on FaZe Clan. And now he's crossed over into the professional sports world. So I don't know anybody else has done that.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive is all I'm saying. So
I don't know anybody else done
get off Bronny, man. Get off Bronny.
Yeah, get off Bronny, stay off Bronny.
Get off Bronny, stay off Bronny.
Get off Bronny, stay off Bronny.
Yeah, but we're gonna end this on this fun story. It's a great story. They say Tom Brady was the man, but I think Bill Belichick was really the man. Beli Pimpin. Chick. You know what I'm saying? Bill Beli Pimpin chick. So, rumor has it, Bill was 72? 72 years old?
72.
My boy got him a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, excuse me, y'all.
What? Hey, my boy say he don't need that blue pill. My boy say he good.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this here. You 72?
Yeah.
You got a 20...
Hey, you need something.
You got a 24-year-old girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's a built-in blue pill.
Hey, pimpin' since been pimpin'. That's a built-in blue is what you saying?
That's a built-in blue pill.
She come with it, you know? Like, hey, Bill, I ain't mad at you, big dog.
See, this what the blue pill does. If you can't get it, the blue pill make you get it. And the Bill can't get it, she make Bill get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't mad at Bill.
Hey,
I ain't mad at
Big Bill. Hey, I see you.
See, because this is what that means. That's what that means right there.
What's that?
Bill got big paper.
Hey, big paper, long money, baby.
Because you see old men with young women. Yeah. They got long paper.
Yeah. Hey, I think Hugh Hefner made a whole lifestyle off of that. Called a Playboy Mansion, huh?
Yeah, that paper.
Hey, Big Bill must have went and took a couple notes off old Hugh. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what Bill did.
Hey, it's another Anna Nicole Smith situation right here, dog. I ain't mad at you, Big Bill.
But I know one person ain't take no notes for.
Who's that?
Tom.
Big Tom. Nah,
Tom lost this.
Tom lost that. Hey, Tom should have took notes off of Big Bill.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
right
Tom
now.
and Big Bill probably hanging out now. Right new plays.
Hey, because you know what? Tom probably said, say, Bill, give me the blue.
Hey, he said, hey, let me get one of them film sessions out you.
Hey, let me get that blueprint. I'm finna try to build me one of these houses.
Yeah, man, because hey, I lost mine to a jiu-jitsu cat. He ain't even had no bread. He ain't no bread. My girl was giving him the bread. And
see, and this
they had 8 training sessions a day.
But this is the whole time.
Yeah.
See, Tom couldn't go beat up that guy.
No,
that's why she chose him.
That's a little, that Tom Brady situation is very similar to old buddy we was talking about in F1 earlier that lost this guy to Max Verstappen. Baby mama, you know what I'm saying? You get kicked off the team, your baby mama's still here, now she with the new dude in your spot that's winning. You know what I'm saying?
And her daddy is part of the league.
Can't beat him.
Huh?
He couldn't beat Max Verstappen. Is what I'm saying.
But then the daddy won the first Grand Prix behind the Iron Curtain. Now, when the old guy, he not getting to the top fast enough, the new guy called, See, you dump the old guy, and then you get with him, not here at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, see like you seen something coming.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
See, like we say, if you see something, say something.
See something, say something.
See, like she seen something, she said something.
If you see something, say something. That's all we've been saying. You know, if you see something, say something. I feel like Bill, she's a former cheerleader. I cannot verify if she was a former Patriots cheerleader. But I am very interested to know and see if she is a former Patriots cheerleader. I don't know what team
but
she was with.
Thing.
But she's also a pageant lady.
Bill seen on the sideline, in other words.
Hey.
Seem like that to me.
Sitting sideways. Boys in the days. Hey, that's why they losing them games. My boy Bill over there looking past the plate.
He's looking sideways.
That boy looking on that side. Where little baby go? Where little baby go in that Bill cheerleading outfit I saw?
Bill thinking about riding dirty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't catching riding dirty neither, man.
People don't know. Hey, if you don't know what riding dirty with a woman is, Kyle Walker, he'll let you know. Bill thinking about riding dirty.
Riding dirty, man. Hey, I saw a tow truck tow a SUV with two people in the back seat. And they jumped out, but he still took the car.
That's
riding dirty.
Hey, riding dirty. Two people in the car, you don't see one head.
Yeah, trying to get me.
Hey, you supposed to be going to Dallas, but you're going to Fort Worth. Hey, you're going the wrong way, Bill.
Hey, been there, done that. Hey, how about you doing? What you doing? What you talking about?
Hey,
we roll real dirty, man.
Hey, J.A. said he been there, done that.
Hey,
Unc is not going to confirm or deny.
Hey, I confirm it.
I'm not going to confirm or deny. But I'm going to tell you like this.
I love it.
If you've been around long as Unc, you can guess.
Yeah.
But I ain't going to confirm or deny.
Trying to catch me riding dirty. Shout out Chameleon now, man. What was that, 2005, something like that? But yeah, man, no, it's been a great show today, Unc, man. We've had a lot of fun, man. Hope y'all
what we got?
have had. Nah, that's it, baby. Beli pick. You got to end on a high note. What high note to end on? And Beli check with a 24-year-old.
Bill Beli Pimpin chick.
Beli Pimpin chick. Still calling the shots.
Pimpin chick.
Still calling the plays.
Like I say. That just confirmed that Bill got the big bag.
Hey,
he got the big bag.
You know what I'm saying? It confirmed that Bill was the real reason why the Patriots was winning. Is all I'm saying. That confidence go a long way, dog.
Oh, you say, because this is the thing. When you good at one thing, you usually good at quite a few. You're not. It's not just limited to that.
Or you can fool a lot of people into think you want.
But I never knew Bill had them skills.
Hey, now you know.
And
no one's
like
after the battle.
They said
Beli Pimpin check was good.
They said they tricking if you got it.
Yeah.
And all I know, Bill got it.
Bill got it. So they ain't tricking.
So it ain't tricking.
No,
so it ain't tricking if you got it.
Hey, Bill say he bringing sexy back. Say he trying to get all his 20s back. He was in that film study for all his life. So he just jumping back to where he was.
Now they say Bill throws himself into coaching. He's spending all his time, in his office.
Yeah,
he be in there from 3 in the morning to 11 and 12 at night.
Yeah,
then he just spend the rest of the time there. So Bill said, okay, let me flip the script and put that.
Hey, it's kind of like
put all that energy and effort. Into something else.
When you're in the military, they call it civilian life. When you get out the military, you got to get used to civilian life. Well, Bill is back in his civilian life from the NFL. There's a lot that he missed out on. In his 20s and 30s and 40s, and he said he gonna get all that because he got the paper to do it.
It look like he catching up pretty quick.
Catching up quick, baby. I appreciate you, Bill.
So hey, man,
salutes.
And with that, we out.
Hey, we'll see y'all next week sometime around Noonish.
If we don't see you before then,
we definitely gonna see you before then.
Oh yeah.
Cause we got I think we got you want to do the All-Star game? You want to do a watch party for the All-Star game? WNBA All-Star game? I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. No, we do the All-Star game. Or we can do Jake Paul fight party.
Which one you want to do? Jake Paul fight party?
Nah, let's do the All-Star.
All right, let's do the All-Star game. Yeah, we're gonna hit that All-Star game. I think that'll be a better watch.
Yeah.
But man, we will see y'all this weekend at the watch party, but we will definitely see y'all next Wednesday sometime around 2. Appreciate you tuning in. See you later on. Peace.